It's been a while since I've come in here and blogged anything like this. Pretty much today I just want to talk about the life of an immigrant, life of a person who have migrated from wherever in the world that you might migrate from to come to a country like Britain, England in particular, whether it be Canada or the United States. What it is being an immigrant, the struggles that you face, the struggles that I face, pretty much I'll talk about firstly. First and foremost, let me just go ahead and say, being an immigrant, having migrated to England probably about 15 years ago, hasn't been easy. Adapting to the new climate in particular, the way of life, just everything is different. Everything is different, pretty much. So what I'm going to say is I believe there should be a system, there should be an organization set up to deal with these issues, these challenges, these struggles that immigrants might face. I'm talking from a black person's point of view, from an African point of view. I consider myself African. Most of you have been following me on this channel know my stance as a person who I am. I might be from Jamaica, from the Caribbean, but I see myself as an African. Having said that, I made that clear. The challenges that I might face as an African or a Caribbean person might be different from that of a person who migrated from somewhere in Europe or even Asia to England. So what I'm going to share is my challenges that I face and the reason why I probably try leaving this country probably twice or 3 times unsuccessfully, because I'm still here, I'm still back here. Made me want to leave England was of course the weather. The weather is like, alright, to be honest people, and I'm being realistic, as a black person, as an African person, as a sun being, the weather here, is like 9 months out of the year cold. You understand? And even when you do get summer, you have a lot of rain. So pretty much the sunshine that gives vitamin D is so important to us as human beings, especially people with my build up, my kind of skin, my melanated skin. You understand? My DNA, my genetics. Yeah, we need the sun so much. It's so important to our mental health and to our overall health altogether. I never knew how important this was until after living here for a period of time. The mental strain that I feel, and what made me realize this is after I would go to Jamaica for holidays, probably 3 weeks or a month, and just feel totally re-energized. And it's not that I was there getting any rest, because whenever I went on holidays, it was always in the streets, up and down. I seldom never stayed down or rest any at all. So even though I was here working back to back and tired, when I went on holidays in Jamaica, I never rested. I was up and down. Yet still, I came back with a bursting energy. Yeah? And raring to go, ready to go. And in the space of 2 months' time, I'm back to being depressed and dragging and, unexplainably. I couldn't understand why. And then it took me probably about a year or 2 to start figuring it out. And from that time until now, I've been trying to relocate to somewhere more tropical. Firstly, it was Jamaica. Then I tried to relocate it somewhere in Africa, Gambia in particular. Yeah? But that's just one of the reasons. It was because of the weather. Energy vampire or vampires here that actually just hovers over the entire place. I don't know if this is so because I'm an immigrant or it's straight across the board with other people who actually lives here. But I'm speaking as I said, as an immigrant, my experiences, my personal feeling. This might not necessarily be the feeling of every immigrant. You understand? So I'm hoping somebody out there might share a similar experience and would give some credit to what I'm saying. Yeah, but yeah, it feels like my energy is being sucked. It feels like my energy is being pulled away from me with every chance that it gets. Next thing is, again, the system that is here is very limiting. You know, everything is almost like, oh, you can't do that, you can't do this, you're not allowed to do that. You know what I'm saying? So there's this great sense of limitation that psychologically, if you are not strong, will definitely get to you. You understand? Definitely get to you. You have to be so strong psychologically, or else it'll just affect you like in a great way. You know, because you'll try to self-expression then, so to speak. You are really kept in a box where expressing yourself is concerned. You know, you'll get threats, not threats, checked. You'll get checked to stay within your space. You understand? I'm trying to express yourself. They'll make sure of that you stay in that space. You know, so that too can play on your mental health. So, as I say, you'll feel as if you're being put in a box where expression is concerned, self-expression. Even as I'm walking now and filming, just by the regular people around me, you know, I'm being put in check. A lot of people are very mindful of a camera when they see a camera out and everything. But having said that, there is also a subtle racism. You can see it when you come out in certain spaces. It's very subtle, but it's there. If you're intelligent enough, you'll see it. Have I experienced racism being in this country? Yes, for sure. I don't think it's as strong as it was back in the days where I'll speak to some black British people who live here, you know, who I've spoken to, and the treatment that they have been given or that experience is nothing compared to what I've experienced, but I've experienced it. You know, so almost you have to get within yourself as a person, as an African person, as a black person, as a Caribbean person. You have to dig deep within yourself to find your own self and culture and to make yourself strong mentally. You know, so it's a battlefield. So I'll show you what I'm getting with this conversation. If you know at the beginning of the video I said I think as a group of people called immigrants, there needs to be in place a system, an organization that helps people with the traumas faced in what we call migration. You know, a lot of people now might be listening to me now as an immigrant and be thinking, okay, you should be grateful you get an opportunity to come in a country. Of course, we are grateful of it, and most immigrants are, because things that we probably weren't able to do living in our own countries, we are able to do now. You understand? But we cannot deny the fact that there are struggles that come with every movement. You understand? So there needs to be things in place. Who can put these things in place? As I said before, possibly us, the immigrants, or possibly the government who control immigration. You know, there's something needs to be done for people like myself who have struggled. Remember, we are people who are coming from a culture that is totally different from ours. Yeah, we're coming into a place, into a system that is almost different from ours. We're having to deal with situations of what you call it, xenophobia, is that the word? Meaning that when you go back to your own country, you're not treated the same. So then you're left feeling like you're in the middle of nowhere. Your own people, if I might say so, do not accept you. And this new country that you have migrated to call new home, you're not fully accepted neither. So where does that leave you mentally as a person? Yeah? There's so many times I've tried to speak to family members about my feeling and my situation, being here, living here, and I don't think they fully understand it. You know? Nobody seems to understand. And this is why I say there needs to be a system in place, a program in place that actually deals with that. You listen to people like myself, understands what's happening, put in place things that can actually help. We feel like we're in the middle of nowhere. You know, is there any immigrants out there, anybody who have migrated who feel that way? You can comment down below and let me know. Let me know that I'm not in a box by myself thinking that, you know, nobody understands or experience what I'm experiencing. As a black person, a person from the Caribbean, being here, you know, so how do you as a person deal with those kind of behavior and treatment? If you're not a strong person, there are a lot of traumas that you can get from this, you know, and I know many people who has been affected by this. You know, I'm saying for every action there's a reaction. The action here is we are immigrants, we are migrants who have left our country, our homeland, and come to a different place, as I said before. Different weather, different customs, you know, and if I might say cultures. For Birmingham in particular, it's a diverse place, multicultural. So we have the Jamaican people here, you have African people, you have people from other parts of Europe, from Asia, you know, so it's a melting pot. So you have all of that to deal with as well, you know. So the next thing I would say that made me want to leave this country and go back to somewhere, you know, that is more suiting to what I have in mind was the fact that the money that you might earn here might go a longer way in what we call the so-called third world country, a place like Jamaica, somewhere in Africa. You know, you could more live like a king, you know, or a queen. You know, the life that you'd more want to live more upstanding, and of course enjoy the benefits of a tropical weather, nice beaches, you know, nice sunshine, you know, without having to be in this cold. You know, so that was another reason, and this is why I tried like 2 or 3 times to do so. Unsuccessfully, I've reached back into England because possibly I might have not prepared enough. You know, we never prepare as much as we should have prepared. So I end up coming back here. You know, so again, as I say, my point is that as immigrants, yes, I don't know about others, I'm thankful, I'm grateful of the opportunity, understand, to be in a different country and be able to, you know, earn money, whatever, within the system. So I can try to better myself and probably help other people too as well, family, or whoever I can help. But at the same time, as I say, we cannot ignore the fact that there are complications, there are traumas, there are difficulties, you know, faced by the people considered or called immigrants. So something needs to be done. I do need your comments. Let me know what you think about what I'm saying. You know, whether you be an immigrant, whether you be, you know, a person who is of this country or from this side of the world, from Britain, England, wherever you are. So, you know, I really need your honest opinion about it. You know, I mean, it's something that you'd have to experience yourself. As I said many times before, I've tried to explain to my family and friends, you know, but they would not get it. All they can see is dollar sign or pound sign, you know, money and better life and greener grass. You know, but who feels it knows it. So that being said, as I said, people, let me know your comments if you have actually, you are an immigrant or not. You know, whichever side of the table you're on. I'd like to know your input, your take on all of what I'm saying. You know, do you agree with me? Do you disagree? What can you add to it? You know, my point of argument is really that we should, as immigrants, we should have a system in place, something that looks out for us, you know, to deal with our traumas, our struggles, whatever we might face. You know, whoever is going to put that in place, I don't know. I understand, it's just a suggestion. This is what I think based on my own experiences. You know, so for the time being, I'm going to leave this topic here. And as usual, thanks for joining. Thanks for coming back. And remember to hit the subscription button, notification bell, leave a like, some thumbs up, and share the video. Again, just give me your opinion on what I'm saying here. You know, it was just a quick video. Because I came out on the road just to do some things. You know what I'm saying? But again, people, remember as I said to you before, my channel is not just about traveling, even though I don't want to consider it a travel channel. You know, there are real issues that I love to deal with from time to time, being the person that I am. You know, the mind like mine, there's so many things that I have to say and speak about, so I can't just go out and just shoot travel videos alone. You know, you're gonna get every part of me that is, and this is a part of me, the real struggles that we face as people. You know, but yeah, give your input on this topic. You know, what is the challenges you're facing as an immigrant? I believe that there needs to be in place something that deals with the issues that we face as immigrants. You understand? Whether you're from anywhere in the world you migrate from, whether it be other parts of Europe, Africa, the Caribbean, you know, or Asia. You know, so just let me know, man. And as I usually say, wherever in the world you are, and I mean this from my heart, live in love, peace and unity. You know, that's the way forward, regardless of race, color, class and creed. You know, that's the way forward. So, peace and love, people.